Hi, I'm Sandy from Lightning Tools, and I'm here again with Brett. How are you?
Doing well, Sandy. Yeah, not bad at all. I'm here in my new home office.
Awesome.
Yeah, we moved home just over or just coming up for a week ago.
Oh,
Yeah, excited to have a new space that's
yeah.
yeah, a little bit cooler than the last one. Let's put it that
Okay.
way.
Well, you had to move when it was 100 degrees, though, right?
Yeah, and 100 degrees. I think we got up to 107 Fahrenheit.
That's nuts.
And yeah, you may be thinking, well, that's like an everyday occurrence for
All
us
right.
over there. But yeah, you guys have aircon and you
Right.
don't have houses that are intended to keep heat in.
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah, we have lots of loft insulation. We have, windows that are designed to keep the heat in and brickwork that's designed to absorb
And
heat.
so they do that really well, apparently.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And it, I mean, so well that actually it was a real contrast going from Tuesday to Wednesday. We had so in our money, we had it was above 40 Celsius,
Mm.
and then the following day it's 21 Celsius.
Oh my gosh.
So, but you went outside and it's like, oh, it's actually really cold out here. But you step back inside the house again and it's like, it's still hot
Oh.
in the house. So you're just like trying to get this through draft by opening up all the windows and so
Yeah.
on. But it took a couple of days to actually get the temperature of
Oh,
the
wow.
inside of the house down
I
again.
hadn't thought
But
about that. Hmm.
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's it hopefully over with. I mean, I think we're going to be seeing more of that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hopefully not too much.
Yeah, cool. Well, so we wanted to talk today about Social Squared, which we're about to release a new version of. We
Yeah,
had a webinar about that yesterday.
we did indeed. Yes, absolutely. So with all of our webinars, we tend to do an example. We add
Mhm.
more than just a feature demo of the product. So yeah, this week we focused in on Social Squared and how that can be used as a community of practice.
Mm.
Yeah, the community of practice, if you're unaware of the term, is just a great model for getting like-minded people that are interested in the same subject or have the same goal or trying to solve the same problem.
Mm.
And it doesn't really matter what your experience is. You may be a beginner, you may also be, a professor or somebody that has a great deal of experience. But the idea is that you create this sort of safe space where people can ask questions and
Mm.
reply to people and so on. And of course, there's no specific tool for this. It's more of a concept. So some people use your WhatsApp groups or whatever, but discussion boards, especially, not just Social Squared, are a great fit for that because
Mm.
it allows you to break down the conversations that are occurring into sort of subcategories and
Mhm.
so on. And of course, you have those moderators
Mm.
because in a community of practice, you really need somebody to sort of lead the practice and maybe plant seeding questions and so on. Also keep things on topic,
Yeah.
record the goals and what have you, and also encourage people
Mm.
to participate as well. So Social Squared is a great fit for that, which allows you to effectively build a community of practice inside of SharePoint or inside of Teams.
Yeah.
And that's what we went through. So we
Mm.
created some examples of that. And it was actually around Microsoft Viva. So we used
Mhm.
that as our topic. So yeah, if you were just, a Viva expert or a beginner in Viva, you can ask your questions, get the answers that you're looking for, but also show what you're researching to other people so that you can
Mhm.
share that out with them as well
Mhm.
and get them to comment on that type
Mm.
of thing. So the benefit for an organization is huge because this is a natural way of learning. Stick people in a classroom for a day, and a lot of people will start nodding off, or
Uh,
they use it almost as a day off or something. But if you can actually be involved in a community where you're learning by just casually reading and so on, then
mhm.
yeah, that's a huge win for the organization.
Mm.
It's something where you can really sort of spawn some ideas and so on out of the people that work with you.
Mhm.
So and also people that don't work with you, maybe your
Mhm.
customers or your
Yeah.
suppliers that you also
Yeah.
bring
Right.
into the mix too.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, we did that as a concept of using Social Squared, but we also tied in some of the new features, and one of them fits really well, and that is the fact that you can, instead of having any member create a new topic, one of the things that you can do inside of a forum now is say that only admins or moderators can create topics. So if you want to really control the conversations, as opposed to allowing the members to control the conversations, you can seed those questions out there as a moderator, and they can reply to them, they can reply to each other, but you are controlling that thread of the conversation, which I think is a fantastic fit for those communities of practice. So.
Yeah. I think another thing that's especially good that works with community practice concept is being able to mark something as the answer. So when one of, whether it be the subject matter expert or somebody in the community, can give a really good answer, and then the moderator could mark that as the answer, and then people coming back to it can view just the answer if they want to, or they can view that whole conversation that led to the answer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you mentioned this one in the webinar. We didn't just mark it as answered, but once we were comfortable that this thread has been answered, we could actually move the topic into a lessons learned, which again is a great fit for the community of practice. That's what it's all about. We want to be able to capture all of that. And if other people inside your organization are not really concerned with the conversations that led to those lessons learned, then what you can do is expose just that one forum group that contains your knowledge resources and lessons learned and things like that into a web part on a page, or even into a different channel or a different team. So they can glean their knowledge from there without actually having to be involved in the conversations or the research, which is very powerful.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic. So what else sort of grabbed your attention, Sandy, from the webinar?
Well, I really like the new, and I don't know that this, I guess, I mean, it has a lot of application to the community as a practice idea too, but I like the new feature that's called My Posts. It's a view that shows the posts that you have made. I mean, you should know what you did already, but it shows you, for example, if you have a moderator set, then you can see the posts that you've submitted and maybe haven't been approved yet. They're still pending, or things that the moderator rejected for some reason. And so you could, find out what the problem was and try again. Or the ones that are visible, just so that you can, know what you've already talked about yourself. So I like
not
that a
lose
lot.
track of those. Yeah,
Right.
especially those that are still pending. Yeah, because it kind of goes into a black, or did go into a black hole before. So so now you can find them easily. Yeah,
Right.
that's great new feature. Fantastic. Awesome. And we also introduced introduced some inline help as well, which I think is going to be great for all of our products, and we'll be talking more about that next week. But in Social Squared, we've created some getting started guides for end users, and also getting started guides for administrators as well. So the end users all learn, how we go about creating topics, replying to people, using the tags, what moderation looks like, and all of those types of features. And they don't have to go outside of SharePoint or Teams in order to be able to find that. It's all there with inside the product. And like I say, we've got the same for admins as well, so they can create forum groups and learn how to build forums and what have you. So they're not sort of trying to figure it out for themselves, or like I say, reach out to our website if they know where to go on our website. So it'll be right there in the product.
Yeah, I think Social Squared is one of our products that especially lends itself to that. I think because it's not. I think we talked about this with Lightning Forms last month or so ago, that we had done some help integration there. But there, that's directed just to the people who are designing forms, and it's fairly intuitive already, I think. But in Social Squared, where you might just be a member and you're and you see the web the forum, and you're not sure what to do next, that getting started is just right there in front of you, and it's like a little guidebook with a table of contents and so on. And so you can just go to the part that really quickly, like, I just want to add a new question, please. And you can go
Yeah.
right there and see how to do it.
Yeah, and sometimes, users just need that little bit of nudge, that snippet of
Hmm.
information to get
Hmm.
started,
Hmm.
and that's what it's about. Yeah, they don't need to know the in-depth bit. That just throw them a little biscuit of information, and off they go. They're
Yeah.
they're running with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's going to be a great feature for that
Hmm.
product for
Hmm.
sure.
Yep.
And there was lots of little refinements that we made as well. So not sort of major announcements for features or anything, but things like the mobile app, or the way that Social Squared appears inside the Teams mobile app, I should
Hmm.
say,
Hmm.
that's been improved considerably,
Hmm.
as has things like the tag cloud and
Hmm.
so on. So
Hmm.
yeah, there's some nice refinements in the product.
Hmm.
So
I do also especially like that now, when you attach files, they can go to a document library rather than be an attachment to a list item, because it's just so much more you can do with it then, and you're not limited so much, to the as to the attachments.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
that's very true. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it was that you made an attachment to a post, and it was literally just a SharePoint list item attachment, which meant
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, just
Not
you'd
really
have to go to the post, and
searchable,
that's the only
or
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So yeah, now you can incorporate all the document management features that you get inside the
Mm-hmm.
document library. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, much better.
Hmm. Cool.
Fantastic. Great. So I guess next week we'll dive more into the help and what
Hmm.
we're doing in all of the
Okay.
products.
Okay.
So I
Yep.
guess until then,
Sounds good.
it's been
Okay.
great catching up with you again,
Yep.
Sandy. And
Same.
all right. And yeah, if you want to watch that webinar, I should mention
Yeah.
you can
I'll
go to
put the recording in the.
lightningtools.com. Yeah, you'll find webinar recordings under the webinar link on our website. So
Right. Yeah. But also, I'll put a link in the description of this video.
that's awesome. All right. Well, have
All
a
right.
fantastic weekend and
Thanks.
speak
You
to you
too.
soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Sandy. See you.